Lesson number 2, Interdependence and Adaptation. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the principles of interdependence and adaptation, and explain how adaptation enables organisms to live in an environment. The Norfolk and Suffolk Broads is one of the UK's national parks. Peat in the area was dug up for fuel between 1,000 and 500 years ago. The total area dug by hand is more than 4,000 football pitches in area. Once the peat digging stopped, the dugout areas flooded to form lakes. The Norfolk Broads has several different aquatic or water-based habitats. There are also terrestrial or land-based habitats. Each habitat has a community of plants and animals that depend on each other for what they need, such as food and energy. They are interdependent. Plants provide oxygen for other organisms and can also provide shelter for some. When organisms die, the minerals they contain are released so that other organisms can use them. Every organism within a habitat is adapted to living in that habitat. This means that they have evolved adaptations to survive the particular conditions or environmental factors. These factors include water, light, oxygen, temperature, and other living organisms in the habitat. If one of these factors changes, it will affect some organisms more than others. If less light reaches the bottom of a lake, some plants will no longer be able to live there and will die out. This will affect any type of animal that feeds on these plants. The population of these animals may decrease, or they may adapt and start feeding on other plants. This will affect the numbers of yet another type of animal. Any organism that cannot adapt to changes in its environment is likely to have a smaller population. They may die out altogether and become extinct. The bittern is a bird found in the Broads and similar wetland environments. It was once common but is now very rare. Bitterns need reed beds to live in and areas of water to catch fish. Humans use reeds for thatching houses, but there is no longer much demand for thatching. Many reed beds have since dried out and been lost, or have been ploughed for agriculture. The bittern has been unable to adapt to these changes, so the population of bitterns has dropped. In 1997, there were just 7 males left in Britain. New reed beds have now been created, and this is helping to increase the bittern population.